So, Chris, right before we went into the timeout, you said, hey, I want to mention about the flippers. And first I thought you were talking about dolphins, and then you said, no, flipping houses. Man, a couple of years ago, 3-4 years ago, man, that was a buzzword. They had shows, and then I thought it came to an end, and you said now there's a revival of the flippers.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. I remember before I moved here when I lived in San Diego, it was unbelievable because you'd have people coming to you and just saying, hey, find me something. I'm like, there's nothing there for you. And that's when everyone was just burning through them, and guys were just, buying them, flipping them in 45 days, and they were just flying through them. Same thing went on here in the Valley, and it just all but disappeared for about 4 or 5 years there. And now we have a lot of people, and, for the most part, it's not local people. It's people coming in here, and they're going, hey, you know what? I did 7 of them in Nevada. I did 4 in Phoenix, and now Boise's all over the radar, and I can pick up and get a deal. And I kind of want to touch with Burton with this is that they get to the point where you look at it and you say, hey, Burton, I want to come in and do this. It's still feasible, right? Burton was what I'm saying is that they can buy the house still cheap enough, put some cash into it, really fluff it up, and flip it.
They should be able to. It's all a numbers game. It's all about that purchase price and crunching the numbers correctly. In flipping houses, there's good, bad, and ugly flippers, if you will, just like there's good, bad, and ugly contractors. So, I'm always careful with that. When if they put the money into it and do a really nice job, it's gonna flip.
Yep.
If they shortchange it, it's probably gonna sit there.
Yep.
And Burton, I think it's important that we say your business is in 1990. It's 22 years. You weren't a flipper. You didn't just come here and leave. And I think that's so important when we recommend you to say not only was he here, he's going to stay here and be here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have to, there is that buyer beware. If somebody's trying to make a fast buck, you got to be careful there too.
Right.
And I assume you have a policy where if I had you do some work and I said, hey, Burton, that's not quite the way I want it, you'll come back and back it up.
We've gone back 8 years later and fixed a shower door that was ripped off its hinges. I mean, it wasn't anything we did, but sure, we go back and we take care of it. You have to. That's why most of our business is referral and repeat.
All right, and Chris, you're getting ready to head out here to get back to your parade of homes. Of course, it goes today another couple of hours until 5 o'clock. Tomorrow morning starts at 11 o'clock through 5 o'clock, and then the next couple of weekends, it's the fall parade of homes. Tell everybody where you're going to be at when you leave here today.
Yeah, we're going to be at Flaherty Custom Homes, built a house in the Shores. Really, really different kind of house, and I'd love for people to come out and take a look at it, just from the Brazilian floors that we put in to the custom cabinetry to just some of the different tile work that we've done in there. It's really kind of a different feel. I mean, I got to tell you, I've been doing this a long time, and I have not seen a house like this in some time. I mean, it just got a different feel and a different mix to it. It's really going to be kind of great. If you take a tour, there's 34 houses on the tour throughout the valley in 25 different subdivisions. With 28 different builders. Of course, love to see you come by Flaherty's home, which is listed at just over $700,000. But in the parade itself, there's houses between $159,000 and $750,000.
All right, and Chris, I know you always think I'm not paying attention to you, but I did get a text here on my phone. It was about the show. Dave, you said something about the secret list. Tell me what the secret list is. Yeah,
we keep the secret list, and obviously when we're at the open house, we'll have a list if you want to jump on it, or you can always jump on the website. It's just a list of houses, and as a matter of fact, we just had another one that was on the secret list that we put on yesterday that we actually, I think we're going to get an offer on today, so it does work. It's just sellers that don't want to deal with the process of selling their house. They want to talk to us whether they want to be under contract or not under contract and reserve the right to, not have, the lockbox, the sign and everything, and people traipsing through their house. Or they can just call us and say, Chris, if you have somebody qualified, let us know. We'll let them come through the house. Maybe we can make a deal. And the whole goal is if we can marry, to a buyer and a seller up, and it works out for everybody, great.
I call it the Mrs. Cratchit theory. I think that was her name on Bewitched, the lady that was always looking across the street. As soon as your house goes up for sale, everybody from across the street wants to come and look, and how much is it, and that eliminates all that.
Something else I wanted to mention, too, with the parade of homes out there in the Shores, Flaherty Custom Homes, we're giving away a 42-inch plasma TV out there, too, as well. All we're asking is that they fill out some questions, just give us a little feedback on the house so we can kind of, with John Flaherty, we always want to be better. We always want to make our changes, and so any feedback we can get, great. So at the end of the 6 days of the parade, we'll give away the TV for the people that come in and give us some feedback.
And that's not your old TV. That's a new TV,
Oh no,
right?
it's an old TV, Dave.
Old, but it's in the box. Chris, let folks know how they can reach out to you.
Yeah, I always tell people they can email me, Chris at CLG, that's Chris Lofthus Group, Eagle.com, or they can email me, or you can call me direct. My cell phone number is 514-5003, or the office number is 350-6228 if you want to get a hold of Annette.
Yeah, Annette, again, we want to thank you for putting together the great show. Annette's number, again, 350-6228, 350-6228. We encourage you to go to the Parade of Homes. Burton, real quick, let folks know how to get a hold of you as well.
Sure, it's burtonsremodel.com or burton264@gmail, or you can reach me at 447-8651, and thank you.
All right, and you said you want to give Robbie another shout-out from, was it Idaho Floors? Is that right?
Yep, Idaho Floors, Robbie, downtown. You can look him up online. Idaho Floor Supply. The guy's been around for 30 years, local business, does a heck of a good business. He's there every day, runs his business like it should be.
All right, you've been listening to the Real Estate Radio Show featuring Chris Lofthus of the Chris Lofthus Group at Keller Williams Realty, Boise. We'll see you next week. And Chris, let's head to the Fall Parade of Homes. Again, he'll be at Flaherty Customs Home Site, The Shores. Check that out today. So long, everybody.